Hello everyone, this is Jacqueline again with another grow video um, on oppression. We're on oppression today. It always just comes back to oppression, don't it? Comes back to oppression. So we're on oppression, and I want to talk to my young ladies here because I talked to you before. When you're thinking about oppression, my young ladies with babies, and you got the father involved, okay? I want you to think about something with your child and your father and yourself. My young ladies, I want to ask you to do me a favor because this is a system and a cycle of oppression. I want to ask you if you have a father in your life, and I talked about this before, but I'm really finna delve into it now. So I need you all to listen and bear with me because it's all gonna come out in the end for the greatness for all of us, so we can rise above this oppression. Okay. Now, when you think about it, young ladies, you got a father in your life, your child's father, who is helping you with your baby, who pays child support, buys clothes, buys shoes, buys toys, spend time, whatever, arrangement that you have. I want to ask you if you would please remove him from the state child support system. And the reason I say that is because what that system does, it holds him down and oppresses him. And how that system oppresses him, and I'm not saying that you probably sitting there saying she must got a man on child support, whatever. No, that's not the case. My husband's children are grown, and he pays like back arrears, and it's a very small amount. So this ain't got nothing to do with my husband. I don't have no baby mama drama, none of that stuff. I'm a minister, and I'm trying to minister to you, give you a word to help you and help your child and help your community. Okay, so I'm asking you to remove this man from child support because child support system is a system of oppression. This man has got to make this financial obligation no matter what. And if he's willing to work with you and y'all can sit down and talk and you can say, well, this is what I need every month for her or him, and I need you to help me do this and help y'all, whatever arrangement that y'all can come to together, I highly suggest you do that. And the reason I say that, because that system is a system of oppression. Because see what they do, if they miss a payment, there is interest that tax on to that also. And that interest goes to the state. And so the state has a stake in this. They want to get that money, because that they got something coming from that money. And it's not about your child, and what I would do is to start off, when you have a baby if you decide you want a baby, have a baby with somebody who got something, who can help you. You see somebody ain't got nothing, why you want to have a baby with somebody who ain't got nothing, then both of y'all ain't got nothing and the baby ain't got nothing. Have a baby with somebody who got something. And so I'm asking you to take this man out this system, and y'all sit down as two adults, as two future kings and queens, and sit down and like adults and talk and say, hey, this is what I need. Because I'm gonna tell you something, he gonna make his best. He gonna do his best to make that obligation, because the reason why he don't want to be back on this system. So you let him know, hey, this is what I'm willing to do. I want to work things out with you, and I want to take you off the system. Because what'll happen is he'll go to jail, he'll lose his license, any type of professional license. If he got a CDL, whatever his trade is, he gonna lose that, and then he gonna be stuck in jail. He really ain't gonna be paying no child support anyway. It's a stupid system. I was on it. I went after child support and all that. That's the first thing we say, is I'm gonna put you on child support. That's not right though. Because ladies, think about the situation, and the situation does reverse itself sometimes. Sometimes these fathers go after these children, and then he gonna be looking at you for child support. So and it can change, because it changed on me. I was on the receiving end and I was on the giving end. So I'm telling you right now, you really need to think about what you're doing. While you want to haul him back and forth in court for child support, eventually he gonna wise up and take his baby and raise him himself. So you really should take him off that system. And I'm not giving nobody no ideas. Just take care of your children. However way you got arranged, however way you got it arranged and got it made, it works out for y'all. But I hope that you would take him off that system. And I'm gonna say something to you, young man. That don't give you no pass to keep having babies, because really you need to think about who you laying down with. See, because it's your seed. And so what you need to do is protect where your seed is going. You don't want your seed planted, then you need to make sure that the ground is not cultivated for your seed to be planted. So you need to protect yourself, in other words. So that just don't give you a license to just go on and go on and go on, because you need to think about these little obligations that you are bringing into the world. They didn't ask to be here, but they here, and now they future kings and queens. So now you got to get your life in order, because you done it now. It's done. It ain't no undoing it. You done it. And I also want to get on the topic of abortion. Abortion is a very personal decision. It's very personal. And I'm gonna tell you, yeah. When I tell you I done been there, done that, I have had an abortion, and it was at that time, it was a very personal decision. I can't sit here and tell you that you need to go on carry that baby. I can't tell you need to terminate. I can't tell you what's right. But what I can tell you, I will let you know this. What I didn't think about then, that is a life that you are carrying inside of you. That is a life, even though that is inside your body. It is a life. And you just don't know, what greatness that you could be carrying. And I just want to leave it at that. So, it's not up to nobody to sit and say, well, you should, you shouldn't, or whatever. That's a personal choice between you and God, and you and prayerfully the father of your child. So there is that. And, my videos are to motivate us, to give us something to think about. They're called Grow. And I believe that Grow is not just going to become the Grow program. It's going to be the Grow movement, because it's going to be great, because greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Just think about that for a minute. Using your mind to reach greatness. Just think about when you say, if I put my mind to it, when I put my mind to it, I'm going to do it. Well, look at that pack of cigarettes. And you've been saying, I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to quit after this pack. Just let me get one more. I'm going to tell you something. Here it is. Throw them in the trash. Go pick them up right now and throw them in the trash. Your mind is made up. Today is the day. You ain't watching this video for nothing. God didn't bring you here for nothing. God brought you here because he's ready for you to grow. He's ready for you to come out of your oppression. He's ready for you to rise up. He's ready for you to become the king or queen that he has aspired you to be. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I cannot teach a man how to be a king, but I can put you on the good path. And I have a king who can set an example of how you're supposed to treat your wife, and how you're supposed to live your life, and how you're supposed to treat your children, and how you're supposed to go about with your job and living in honor to God, and how all of that just comes together. So it ain't too much different from how you teach a woman to be a queen. It's about the same thing. The genders are just a little different, but it's the same thing. So all we doing is we rising up. We rising from our oppression. The oppression has got our wallet down, because, when we get our money, we think we're just supposed to go spend it all and have all this and have all that, and then just don't be broke, and looking crazy. We oppress ourselves by steady putting all these drugs and this alcohol into our bodies, suppressing our minds so we can't think right. We can't overcome. You can't overcome because you steady putting yourself back in that position. So how can you overcome when you steady jumping right back in it? So they say, well, why can't you overcome racism? We can't overcome racism because racism's still here. It ain't never left. When did it go? Did it leave? Did I miss something? No, it ain't gone. It's still here. So no, you can't overcome. You got to keep going. So that's what suffering's all about. We talk about suffering a lot. The man asked me, well, why does God allow suffering? At the time, I didn't know. But I had the answer right there in my living room. Suffering means perseverance. Perseverance means character. Character brings about wisdom, and you can do it. You can overcome. You can overcome oppression through wisdom. Any kind of oppression that you put on your life, any kind of oppression that you spoke over yourself, you can achieve greatness through your mind. This is what God gave us, through our mind. That's how our ancestors got through slavery. And that's how we going to get through oppression. Because even though we're not enslaved physically, we still enslaved in our mind. We still enslaved in our actions. We still enslaved in our communities. We're still enslaved in our children by telling them, you ain't going to be nothing. You ain't going to grow up to be nothing. You're going to be just like your no good daddy. You're going to be just like your no good mama. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all bees, get away from me. We got to come out of that. We got to speak life over our children. Because I'm going to tell you, like the word said, the life and death lies in the tongue and what you say and what you speak. You can speak death. Whatever you manifest in your life, that's what's going to be in your life. If you sit up and feed that Maury Povich in your system, that's what's going to manifest in your life all around you. You sit up and watch Jerry Springer, that's what's going to manifest around you in your life. Because that's what you sitting up speaking over and laughing about and inviting into your household. What you invite in your household is gonna be your household. If you invite chaos in, chaos is gonna be in. But once you invite God in and remove the chaos and live a life of glory, then you're gonna have that life of glory. You're gonna have that crown and that kingdom and everything that the desires of your heart, like the word says, you will have the desires of your heart once you begin to live right. Once you begin to fix your heart and change you. Fix you, and that'll change your circumstances. It all starts with you. So, that's the word I wanted to get out to you today. Again, like I move as the Spirit moved me. I may make 6 videos a day. I may make 2 videos a day, maybe a day when I don't. And that's usually when my husband's off work and I hang out with him, we have fun. And so that's what I want y'all to do. See, we don't sit up and worry and stress. We don't. We done overcame our battles. He done overcame his battles. And I sit back and I am in awe of him. I'm gonna tell you something. My husband is my king and I'm his queen. And I treat him as such. And he treats me as such. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's supposed to be your best friend. That's supposed to be the one person. But if y'all ain't living right, if y'all ain't got it together, it's not going to work, sweetheart. You can go pray on Sunday all day long. But if you're not doing right by your marriage and your heart ain't right, you got to run off at the mouth at him and argue with him. Just be quiet. If he say something, just go off in the other room. You got plenty to do. You got laundry to fold. You got kids to tend to. You ain't got to sit up and argue with him. Remember, it take 2 to act a fool. All right? I keep going, but I just want to just give y'all some motivation, and some inspiration. So, until the next video, I love you, and let's keep growing. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. We're gonna grow. We're gonna rise up. Peace.